Have you ever wondered what actually hides underneath your fridge, behind your stove, or even inside your washing machine? We spend our lives cleaning the visible parts, polishing surfaces, and making sure everything looks spotless. But what about the dirt no one sees? The kind that silently accumulates, creating an unwanted ecosystem right under your nose, or rather, under your appliances. Prepare yourself for a shocking revelation that will change how you see your home. In this video, we're going to deep dive into the hidden world of grime that builds up in the most forgotten corners of your kitchen and laundry area. We'll uncover the 7 hidden horrors underneath your appliances, revealing not just the sheer amount of filth, but also the risks it can pose to your health and well-being. If you have a strong stomach and want to discover the disturbing truth lurking in your home, keep watching. What you're about to see might surprise you, and who knows, motivate you to a deep clean like never before. Chapter 1: The Refrigerator, the Unexpected Ecosystem. The refrigerator, that silent giant dominating our kitchen, holds much more than fresh food and leftover dinners. If you dare to move it, even just a few inches to the side, prepare for what your eyes are about to witness. It's a true treasure trove of dust that accumulates in thick layers, like a gray blanket isolating the motor, hindering its heat dissipation and consuming more energy. This dust isn't harmless. It's an open invitation for dust mites and allergens. But dust is just the beginning of the horror story the refrigerator hides. You'll be shocked to see food scraps, tiny pieces of vegetables, grains of rice, and even liquid splashes that somehow inexplicably manage to escape the interior and settle on the floor. These organic fragments, combined with the humidity and darkness of the environment, create the perfect scenario for the emergence of mold, which manifests as greenish or black spots, emitting an unpleasant odor. And speaking of mold, it's crucial to understand that it's not just an aesthetic or odor issue. Mold spores can be inhaled, causing respiratory problems, allergies, and even eye and skin irritations, especially in more sensitive individuals. That stale smell you sometimes detect in the kitchen might not be coming from inside the fridge, but from underneath it, where mold silently thrives. Even more disturbing is the presence of dead insects that, for some reason, seem to find their way under the appliance, where they find a dark refuge and, ironically, plenty of scraps. Cockroaches, spiders, and other small invertebrates can be found there, adding an extra layer of repulsion to the scene. An insect carcass, though inanimate, is a reminder of what might be crawling freely in your environment. It's a vivid reminder that kitchen cleaning shouldn't be limited to countertops and cabinet interiors. Moving the refrigerator and performing a deep clean underneath, it is an essential task to ensure the hygiene of the environment and the health of your family. Don't underestimate the power of hidden dirt. It has the potential to compromise the quality of the air you breathe and even attract pests to your home. Chapter 2: The Stove, a Grease Inferno. The stove, the heart of the kitchen for many, is also one of the biggest accumulators of invisible dirt. While you strive to keep the surface gleaming, a world of residue forms beneath and behind it, out of curious sight. Grease, the number one enemy of cleanliness, accumulates in a sticky, dark layer, acting like a magnet for everything that falls. Every fry, every sauté contributes to this unwanted crust, which hardens over time and becomes incredibly difficult to remove. Besides grease, the stove is a haven for breadcrumbs, pasta remnants, and other small food fragments that escape during meal prep. These crumbs, combined with grease, create a pasty mixture that lodges in every nook and cranny, attracting insects and rodents in search of food. The sight of an old, moldy piece of bread stuck in grease is enough to turn anyone's stomach, but it's a common reality under many stoves. Carbonized spills are another hidden nightmare of the stove. That pot that boiled over, the sauce that splattered and dried, or even food that burned and spilled onto the floor. With the constant heat from the stove, these residues carbonize, forming a hard, dark layer that becomes an integral part of the environment under the appliance. This grime, besides being unsanitary, can even release smoke and unpleasant odors when the stove is in use. The dirt accumulated under the stove isn't just unsightly, it represents a real fire hazard. Grease and food scraps are highly flammable, and the heat generated by using the stove can easily ignite these materials, especially if there's a significant buildup. It's a silent danger that many people ignore, focusing only on surface cleaning and forgetting what lurks in the depths. Prevention is key. Therefore, next time you go for that big kitchen cleanup, don't forget to pull out the stove and face the reality hiding behind and underneath it. This often neglected area is a hot spot for dirt that needs regular attention to ensure not only the hygiene of your home, but also the safety of everyone living in it. A deep and periodic cleaning will make a surprising difference. Chapter 3: Washing Machine, the Dark Side of Cleanliness. The washing machine, which should be synonymous with cleanliness and freshness, might be hiding a dark and dirty side. You put your dirty clothes in, it washes them, and they come out smelling good and clean, right? But what gets left behind? Fabric lint accumulates in crevices and corners, forming gray, damp balls that, over time, can turn into a compact, foul-smelling mass. It's a constant residue, depositing in places we rarely see. Besides lint, detergent residues from powder or liquid, which aren't completely rinsed away, deposit in the internal parts of the machine and even on the floor around it. These residues, when combined with constant moisture, create a sticky crust that can be a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. This layer of soap and dirt can even affect your machine's performance, making washes less effective and requiring more energy. And speaking of moisture, mold is a very common unwelcome guest in the washing machine. That door seal, for instance, is a perfect spot for mold to proliferate, forming black spots and emitting a foul odor that transfers to freshly washed clothes. But it's not just on the seal. Underneath and behind the machine, in poorly ventilated areas, mold can also develop and cause respiratory and allergic problems for the household members. And what about lost objects? Coins, hair clips, buttons, small jewelry, and even lonely socks. These items have a mysterious way of disappearing and are often found trapped in the washing machine's guts. They can get lodged in hoses, filters, or even under the appliance, causing blockages and, in more severe cases, damaging the machine. It's a true graveyard of lost items, only revealed when the machine is moved. Therefore, to ensure your clothes truly come out clean and fresh, and to extend your washing machine's lifespan, it's crucial to go beyond surface cleaning. Pulling out the machine, cleaning behind and underneath, regularly checking the lint filter, and cleaning the door seal are essential steps to prevent dirt accumulation and mold proliferation. Your laundry room's hygiene starts with a deep clean of your appliance. Chapter 4: Dishwasher, the Silent Villain. The dishwasher is the hero of convenience in many kitchens, but behind its gleaming facade, it can be hiding a surprising amount of dirt. What happens to those food scraps that weren't completely removed from plates before going into the machine? Many of them detach during the wash cycle and end up accumulating in the filters, door seals, and even at the bottom of the appliance, creating an unappetizing scene. These food scraps, combined with moisture and heat, are an open invitation for slime to form. A slippery and foul-smelling substance, slime can develop in the internal parts of the machine, especially in areas where water accumulates, such as the bottom and corners. It not only leaves an unpleasant odor in the machine, but can also transfer to your dishes, compromising the hygiene and clean feel of your plates and cutlery. Limescale is another common problem in dishwashers, especially in hard water areas. It manifests as whitish, rough deposits on the internal walls of the machine, on the spray arms, and in the racks. Limescale buildup not only impairs washing efficiency, leaving residue on dishes, but can also clog the spray arm holes, reducing water jet force and compromising cleanliness. The dirt accumulated in the dishwasher isn't just an aesthetic or odor issue. It can be a fertile environment for the growth of bacteria and fungi. Although the machine uses hot water and detergents, the constant presence of food scraps and moisture creates a niche where these microorganisms can thrive, especially in less accessible areas that aren't regularly cleaned. To ensure your dishes truly come out clean and sanitized, it's crucial to perform regular cleaning on your dishwasher. Removing and cleaning the filters, checking the door seals for residue and mold, and running cleaning cycles with specific products for slime and limescale removal are essential steps. Don't underestimate your dishwasher's ability to hide dirt that can affect your family's health. Chapter 5. Microwave, the silent accumulation. The microwave, whether built into custom cabinetry or elegantly placed on the countertop, is one of the most frequently used appliances in the modern kitchen. It heats, defrosts, and prepares quick meals, but with this convenience comes a silent accumulation of dirt that often goes unnoticed, especially if the appliance isn't moved frequently. Unlike other appliances, the dirt here is more subtle, but no less real. Underneath and around the microwave, especially if it's not cleaned regularly, you'll find a surprising amount of crumbs. These small particles of bread, cake, cookies, and other dry foods break off during handling and heating, falling and accumulating in crevices and on the surface of the countertop or niche. They are small, but constant buildup creates a layer of residue that can attract pests. Besides crumbs, food splatters are a common and often invisible problem, especially on the sides and back of the microwave. That soup that boiled over and splattered, the sauce that bubbled up, or even coffee that overflowed can leave marks that, over time, dry and become difficult to remove. These splatters, if not cleaned immediately, create a sticky crust that traps dust and other particles. In built-in microwaves, the situation can be even worse, as air circulation is more limited, and dirt tends to get trapped in the crevices and the space between the appliance and the cabinet. This combination of crumbs and dried splatters can create an environment conducive to bacterial growth, especially if there's residual moisture from a poorly done cleaning or more liquid spills. It's essential to remember that cleaning the microwave isn't just about its interior. Moving the appliance to clean the countertop or the niche where it sits and checking the sides and back for splatters and buildup is crucial for maintaining your kitchen's hygiene. A microwave seemingly clean on the outside can hide considerable dirt that requires your attention to ensure a healthy environment. Chapter 6. Freezer, the realm of ice and spills. The freezer, whether upright or chest, is a silent hero that preserves our food for long periods. However, behind the layer of ice and the well-sealed door, a realm of dirt can hide, often ignored until it's too late. Excessive ice buildup, though expected, can become a problem when it's excessive and starts to take up valuable space. But the dirt goes beyond what's visible. Excessive ice buildup isn't just a matter of space. In older or poorly sealed freezers, this ice can come from small gaps where warm air meets the cold, forming thick, brittle layers. This layer of ice can trap dirt, dust, and even small fragments of packaging that break off from frozen foods, creating a base where dirt can adhere. But what's truly shocking are frozen spills. That meat package that leaked a bit of blood, the ice cream tub that melted and refroze, or even a liquid that overflowed and solidified on the shelves or at the bottom of the freezer. These spills, once frozen, are difficult to identify and can blend with the ice layer, creating dark stains and strange textures. These spills, even if frozen, can become a hygiene problem when the freezer is defrosted. Upon melting, the organic residues reveal themselves, releasing unpleasant odors and creating an environment conducive to bacterial growth, especially if not cleaned immediately. That old or strange smell in your freezer could be an indication that there are hidden spills that need to be removed. Cleaning the freezer requires more than just removing ice. You need to completely defrost the appliance and perform a deep clean, removing all food and scrubbing the walls and shelves to eliminate any frozen or spilled residue. Ensuring the freezer is clean and free of buildup not only extends its lifespan, but also guarantees the hygiene of the food you store for your family. Chapter 7. Small appliances, the giants of hidden dirt. Small appliances, these daily helpers that make our routine more practical, are often the most neglected when it comes to deep cleaning. They seem harmless on your countertops, but underneath and in their crevices, they can hide a surprising accumulation of dirt, a true miniature horror. The toaster, for example, is one of the main culprits for harboring a crumb festival. The toaster, with its design that seems to swallow everything, is a magnet for toasted breadcrumbs, cookies, and other small fragments that break off during use. These crumbs fall and accumulate at the bottom of the appliance and in the crumb tray, if it has one. If not cleaned regularly, this tray can turn into an insect breeding ground. In addition to being a fire hazard, as dry crumbs are highly flammable when exposed to heat. The coffee maker, in turn, is a nest of coffee grounds and powder that accumulate in crevices and at the base, especially if it's not disassembled and cleaned completely. That damp ground can create a perfect environment for mold and bacterial growth. And coffee powder, though seemingly harmless, can solidify and clog small passages, affecting the taste of your coffee and the appliance's lifespan. Other small appliances like blenders, food processors, and stand mixers can also hide dirt in their bases and at the connections to their motors. Food splatters, dust, and even small pieces of ingredients can lodge in these hard-to-reach areas, creating an unpleasant mixture that, if not cleaned, can attract insects and emit undesirable odors. It's fundamental to understand that cleaning these small appliances goes far beyond a simple wipe with a damp cloth on the surface. Disassembling what's possible, emptying and cleaning trays, and using brushes and cotton swabs to reach crevices and corners are essential steps to ensure these kitchen helpers are truly hygienic. Don't let hidden dirt compromise the practicality and health they should offer. Conclusion. We've reached the end of our journey through the dirtiest and most forgotten corners of your appliances. What you've seen here is a shocking reminder that house cleaning is an ongoing process that goes far beyond what the eyes can see. Dust, grease, mold, and food scraps that accumulate in silence represent not only an aesthetic problem, but also real risks to your health and to the durability of your appliances. Now that you know the 7 revealed horrors, you have the power to act and transform your home into a truly clean and healthy environment. We hope this video has been a revelation and an incentive for you to get your hands dirty and pay special attention to these neglected areas. Remember, deep cleaning is not just a chore, but an investment in your health and your family's well-being. If you like this content, found it useful, and want more tips like these, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future releases. Your participation is fundamental for us to continue bringing you valuable information.